Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh everyone, and welcome to Notes from Nurhdyhaz podcast. Welcome to the episode. I really hope that everybody has been doing well and have been keeping safe thus far. And alhamdulillah, today we are on the subsequent inspiration episode, whereby I'll be having some of my friends together with me on the podcast to share a little bit about their life experience, most importantly, and see how we can get inspired by their experiences, insyaAllah. So as for today's episode, it's quite interesting because I have a very close friend is an understatement, a sister for life, sister forever, and that would be Nurul Iman. Assalamualaikum Nurul Iman. I've never called you Nurul Iman before, but okay. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing great. Running on 4 hours of sleep.
Running on 4 hours. I think many can resonate to that.
Yes.
I hope that you can try to find time to sleep
more.
Okay. Maybe you can share a little bit about yourself, what you're comfortable with, maybe what you are doing right now, and I think to basically let the listeners know what you're doing in life.
Okay.
Apart from being my friend.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi, assalamualaikum to all the listeners. Okay, so right now I'm currently working as a paralegal in a law firm, and at the same time I'm taking my law degree in syukur, and it's my 4th year right now. So that's my line of work. But for those who don't know, I was previously a graduate from University in Egypt. So this is my second run at a degree.
Road to double degree.
Yes, road to double degree. Inshallah, please pray for me. And it's almost the end of the road, so it's very exciting times ahead right now. Yeah.
Cool, mashallah. So I actually wanted to mention it, but you already mentioned, right? That you are working on your second degree, mashallah. I think when we speak about like taking diploma courses, or masters, that kind of thing, it's it has its own struggle. But the degree struggle is something else. And the fact that you chose to go through again that route of degree is quite interesting.
Okay.
Why?
Okay. Honestly, I've been quite interested in the field of law since I was in year 3 of my Al-Azhar studies. And when I know I was about to graduate there, I quickly researched where can I actually continue my studies and get qualified in Singapore, because as you know, even though I took Sharia in Al-Azhar during my time in Al-Azhar, but we are not able to practice in Singapore sadly. So I researched the routes where it would enable me to go into practice. And SUSS just recently opened up at that point of time. So at the point when I came back to Singapore, I immediately applied, and Alhamdulillah, the path was super smooth for me, the application process. And up till now, Alhamdulillah, it's 4th year already.
It's meant for you,
insyaAllah.
So how many more years again?
4 and 5 now.
4 and 5.
Yeah, 4 and 5 years.
Yeah, 4 and
so
5.
I'm expecting to graduate mid of next year.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Please pray for me.
Looking forward. It's a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey.
I mean, she just mentioned about the 4 hours of sleep, so all the best, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I think one thing that I want to share with the listeners, right? Interestingly, Iman was together with me on an episode, and that was actually back in, was it 2019 or 2020?
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, we actually discussed about studying abroad and how we share our experiences studying in Kheyr compared to Malaysia and stuff. So I am grateful to have her together with me on this episode. But much more interesting is that we have been friends for a very long time.
Yes.
We have surpassed 10 years, alhamdulillah.
11th year.
11th year, alhamdulillah. But interestingly, we were friends when we were small.
Without
knowing. Yeah. So there was like this moment of jejak kasih, this moment of like, oh my god,
you know, we actually knew each other.
Yeah, we played together while we were toddlers, so
yes.
it was quite interesting. Yeah. So just wanting to put that out
into the world.
Yes. Just letting the world know that we have been friends for
the
for a very long time. Forever lah, insyaAllah, till Jannah, insyaAllah. Okay, I have important questions to ask you today.
Feel free.
But let's just do that. Two important questions, insyaAllah. I think, every inspiration episode, I always want to learn a little bit more about what fuels, these individuals, and that includes yourself. So, very fact that you are here today, I want to learn more about what fuels your creativity. I think when you speak about creativity, people always think about colors, painting, art, and stuff. But I just want to see, creativity from your POV and from your experiences, and how we can actually define creativity in such a way.
Okay, when you mentioned about art, I'm totally not an art person.
Okay.
For the listeners who don't know, Zaidah is the one who always give us cards and draw and does the art for everyone in the group. Yeah, but I'm not that kind of person. My art comes, I think, creativity comes for me in the form of words actually. So, what fuels the creativity, or what I can think of, is actually the situation where you have to explain something to a child. I feel like that's the hardest thing to do, and you really need to bring yourself down to a certain level that the child can understand, but at the same time not underestimate the child, because like, even though they are young, but they are very impressionable and they are very smart. So whenever you need to find the right words to explain something to a child, even as simple as what's that, or where do we come from, or things like that, or even the deeper questions like why do we believe in Allah? What is Allah? Even those kind of questions, it really takes a lot of creativity, and I find myself thinking and overthinking my answers over and over again. So those kind of moments really inspire me, and even in my line of work, when I have to write something or I have to come up with either a draft or even my assignments in school, I will always try to think like, how would I explain this to someone who doesn't know anything about the topic? So that actually helps me to keep it concise, but simple enough for people to understand, but not missing any important points, and write as accurately as possible. So I think in my line of work and in the studies that I do, this is where I need to apply creativity the most, and of course creativity in managing my time as well, which I am constantly
a little bit more.
Which because I am juggling a few things as I mentioned earlier. So you have your work responsibilities, you have school responsibilities, assignments, deadlines. They're chasing you every day. So you really need to plan your week, like where to stop, where to start. If let's say I have to work late, I have to know the days that I really cannot work late because I need to do my school things, everything. But sometimes I do overshot, which explains the 4 hours of sleep. Because I was up late doing, just clearing my stuff, either both work and school in balance.
Cool. So that's creativity for you from her POV, and I think that's important. I think it's easy for people to say, oh, I'm a creative person, I'm not a creative person. But you really need creativity in different parts of your life, in almost everything.
Exactly.
Even as simple as talking to a child, like what you just mentioned. Have you been talking to children lately and trying to explain things that might be difficult for them to digest?
Well, I have friends who have children at our age, and also a few nieces and nephews. So whenever I meet them and they'll be playing with us, they'll not understand certain things as children, like why can an adult do it but a children cannot. So we need to teach them these boundaries, but not be too harsh on them that they will be afraid of us or they will feel very oppressed in a way. So in recent I think in our age group, like we can expect to talk to a lot of children.
Many children.
Yeah, many children.
Interestingly, when you speak about children, they are curious human beings.
Of
They are
course.
curious of everything and anything. And I think if any of our listeners who has children or nieces or nephews, I think you can definitely relate. And you need that level of creativity to explain.
And also patience.
Patience, definitely.
Yeah.
I think you need to be creatively patient.
That's true.
That training, insyaAllah. And then you were also trying about creativity in terms of your line of work. I think it's not just about writing the stuff that you had to do or explaining to the people. I think just trying to communicate with me with regards to the certain things that you are working with, and maybe sometimes you share your experiences.
Yes.
And like if you start speaking in the language of the law.
I mean, I'm not an expert yet.
Almost there.
Almost
You're already 4 years.
4 years
of
in.
expertise.
Yeah.
Inshallah, inshallah, this role is meant for you.
Inshallah. I pray everything is being easy.
Inshallah, let's pray for her success. And when she becomes a successful lawyer, inshallah, soon, hopefully, she will remember this podcast episode.
Yes, maybe I'll come back for another episode.
Follow up.
Follow up, yeah. Okay.
So that was the thing about creativity. The second thing that I want to find out from you would be what fuels your spirituality. I think you spoke about juggling many things at one time, and then it's easy to get caught up with the world and the things on our plate. And then at the same time, perhaps for some of us we might be struggling with the guilt of, I'm not working on my spirituality. So how do you work through that personally based on your experiences as well?
Okay, I agree with you that you can just get caught up with work, and sometimes it's just like day to day. You day in day out, you survive one day and you come out another day. But whenever I start my day, I will always try to remind myself that this is for a bigger purpose. For everything that I do, for every hour that I spend, it's not just for me personally, not just a job, not just something that I want to study, but it is actually for a greater purpose of serving the community in the future, insyaAllah. And also to benefit the community with the set of skills that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has blessed me with, for me in particular. And I believe it's very important at the start of every day to set your niyyah right. When you go out to work, when you need to do the responsibilities that you need to do, it's not just to gain your salary at the end of the month. It's not just to pass an exam, but it's also you are doing all these things as an amanah from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala during your time in this earth as a human being. And all this through your niyyah, it can actually be converted to an ibadah, insyaAllah. So first thing first, definitely your niyyah. And secondly, yes, you might feel guilty about not maybe like I forgot my aunt's car today, or today is Friday, so you forgot your coffee, maybe. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay to forget, and you just keep doing it in the little pockets of time that you have. And whenever you remember, you do it. So that's how I do it. So if let's say I know that I'll be rushing to work, I'm not able to, for example, read my coffee, or I'm not able to do my adhkar in the morning, then I would hear them on my way to work. Like just listen, even though I couldn't recite, or just recite in my heart whenever I have that traveling time. And also, just basically knowing that at the end of the day, everything that we do is for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Nothing ends. Nothing like is for naught lah in this world. And also, if you put that in your mind, right, you would be okay when the hardships come, because you know that you are serving a higher purpose, and this is not for this dunya, but it's actually for your akhirah as well.
Beautiful. So it's about intentions. It's about, I think it's not more of not being able to do certain things, but I think we need to start to creatively work around, as you mentioned, our time. And a beautiful example, which is quite simple and definitely doable, is not being able to recite the kafi, but listening to it. Personally, it is something that I also do, but I don't hear it on my way to work or anything. I'm doing work, I just play it on the background, and like, okay, I do, and then I recite it sometime. But I really love, the part where you mentioned about at the end of the day, everything can be for worship.
Yes.
And it's important to also be mindful that, while I'm doing this for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and then this is also a worship.
Yes.
So I think it needs you to become this honest person in the world, and also and also you really want to try your best, because it's ibadah, it's worship at the end of the day. So may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala set all of our efforts. Inshallah.
All of our efforts.
All of our efforts, inshallah. So thank you so much for sharing with me these two things I really want to learn from you today. But I have an important also question that I can prepare you for.
Okay.
But this is a question that I think is close to the heart.
Okay.
And that would be, do you have any favorite Islamic quote, Quranic verse, or narration of Prophet ﷺ that always keeps you going?
Okay. Wow, okay. I'm caught off guard right now, but I must think on my feet, right? Okay, it's a saying.
Okay.
I have heard that it's a hadith, but I think it's not authenticated. But
Islamic quotation.
Yeah, Islamic quotation. So the saying goes, "I'mal li dunyaka ka'annaka ta'ishu abadan, wa'mal li akhiratika ka'annaka tamutu ghadan," which means that you must work and strive for your dunya as if you're gonna live forever, and you must strive for your akhirah as well as if you're gonna die tomorrow. So I think that really sets the tone for my daily activities, because I don't want to miss out on either. Like, if I'm going to live forever, I better do it right. But I don't want to die tomorrow and realize like, oh, I didn't pray today, I didn't do some form of ibadah today. So that is really something that keeps me going, and it's a reminder to myself lah.
InsyaAllah. That's cool. I think whatever that you just shared is definitely in line with the work that you're doing, in line with your life.
Yes.
InsyaAllah, in line with your values.
InsyaAllah.
May Allah SWT guide, and thank you for answering that question. But of course, alhamdulillah, we're actually approaching the final few minutes of our episode today. Time flies
very fast.
Definitely. So I'd like to inshallah end today's episode with you sharing something to the listeners. If there is one thing in the world that you can remind them, something important.
Okay.
What would it be? Like, imagine this is your only chance to tell or to say this message to the world.
Never give up, and the time will pass. I think that's a very important message, because when I wanted to take up school, when I wanted to work, it's a 6-year journey. So I feel like, oh no, 6 years. It's a very long journey, it's an arduous journey. But at the end of it, anyway, the 6 years will pass. InsyaAllah, if Allah prolongs my life. I mean, prolongs all our lives. Yeah, then the 6 years will pass. 20 years, 10 years will pass. So never give up. Keep doing what you want to do, and the time will pass.
Trust that the time will pass.
Trust that the time will pass.
Trust that you will be okay through
it.
the passing of time.
Yes. And just don't give up with whatever you want to do, whatever that's going on in your life right now, because there will be ups and downs, and as long as you don't give up, you just keep waking up for the next day, waking up, do it again, and you fall, you come back up. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be okay.
You'll be fine.
InsyaAllah.
May Allah SWT ease, and thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this episode with me.
Thank you for having me.
Alhamdulillah, thank you for being here with me, and for spending your time despite your busy schedule, despite work and school and life.
Thank you so much for having me, and insyaAllah to future episodes.
InsyaAllah, when you are a lawyer.
InsyaAllah.
Yeah, everybody is later. Okay, so alhamdulillah, we have come to the end of our episode today. Really hope that you have found meaningful and thoughtful inputs for your application in life, insyaAllah. And I really hope that you remember that all that is good comes from Allah SWT. We're just here to share, we're just here to be the vessel, and hopefully gain benefits also, insyaAllah, as you benefit others as well. So I'd like to also thank those who have been tuning in and those who are tuning in to this very minute. I really hope that the episodes will continue to accompany you, and I hope for you to tune in into the next one. Take care everybody, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.